I was first elected to serve the people of West Belfast in 1983, and except for a very brief period, it has been a great honour for me to represent this constituency. And I do think it's a privilege for anyone to represent their peers, but particularly to be a Republican and to represent other Republicans. And I believe very firmly that if I'm first, that I'm first among equals, and representing a very proud, activist constituency. A few months ago, just before Christmas, I asked the West Belfast and the Belfast leadership to come together, and I told them about the UTV programme which was to be broadcast in December. And I told them that my view was that the difficulties which my family were going through was going to be used to attack me and to attack our party. Now, I've never done anything deliberately in a lifetime of activism to harm republicanism or the struggle. And I believe that our leaderships here in the city had the right to know what was likely to happen. And we met again just over a week ago and reviewed the situation, including the very deliberate and despicable and untruthful campaign that some elements of the media have engaged in over that period. So I want to thank everyone who expressed solidarity with me and with my clan over that time. And we've been hugely uplifted by the good wishes of countless people. A month ago, Kat was told that she had cancer, and that was a huge shock on top of all of the rest of it. And last Thursday she had surgery, and it went well, and she's in good spirits. So I want to take the opportunity to thank the medical and the health staff and our own doctor, and also to thank as many friends, the people who knew about this, and I know many of you didn't know, but those who didn't know have been very supportive. And I asked her, should I put my name forward? And she said yes. And I've always taken my responsibilities very seriously. This is the city that I was born in, it's a city that I was reared in, it's home for me and my family and my friends, and I've lived here my entire life. In West Belfast there are 100,000 people. That's bigger than every other town and city on this island, with the exception of Dublin and Cork. And that's a big responsibility. So in the time ahead, our priority is to deliver change, is to ensure the regeneration of West Belfast happens, whether it's in the Murph, or Polglass, or Spring Martin, or the Lower Falls, or the Lower Shankill. We have to insist that deprived communities materially benefit from the radical changes that is taking place and which this party is driving. And that means creating a genuine partnership, in other words, between equals, between all of us in this room and all the other people beyond this room, and the many others out there who come from the same background as us and who are coming to a sense that sectarianism is wrong and has to be purged, and who will in time come round to the notion that equality and opportunity and fairness works for them as well as for us. So that means positive engagements, and in a very focused way we need to be working with those who are prepared to build this type of an approach, who are prepared to deliver investment and development into West Belfast. There is a case, and in my view it's just unarguable, for a special area-based strategy for West Belfast. That case is inescapable. And we need to construct a coordinated strategic delivery plan to guarantee regeneration and development. The proposal, for example, of a multi-million-pound infrastructural investment by the Minister of Regional Development, Conor Murphy, in the rapid transit system does have the potential to bring about a hugely positive impact, to bring about jobs and regeneration for people here. And that regeneration It's about building schools, it's about building a stadium, it's about a new transport system, but it's also about building communities in which people are valued. We, if we're nothing else, are an All-Ireland party. We're the only All-Ireland party yet, for all the talk from all the rest. We're the only party with credibility on national independence. And our primary goal, nothing else, we might do all the other things because they're important, but nothing else is as important as the goal of a free, independent and united Ireland. And remember, we're not about just changing flags. We don't want to nationalise poverty. We don't want to nationalise dole queues. We're about a genuine republic in which citizens are sovereign. So everything that we do is about building political strength to advance and to achieve this. So I'm proud to have been selected here this evening to represent Sinn Fein and to be your candidate in West Belfast. We have to be determined to uphold people's rights and to uphold their entitlements, to make a difference to their quality of life, to build communities where people can feel secure and where they can have human happiness. Last week we all celebrated the 20th year of freedom for Madiba, for Nelson Mandela. There was a time when some people thought that he would never be free. He would die in prison. There was a time when people thought that apartheid couldn't be ended. There was a time when Germany was divided and people thought it couldn't be united. There was a time when there was a USR and people thought it would last forever. All of those things have changed. There was even some people who thought that the DUP couldn't be brought round to doing a deal with Sinn Féin. Well, apartheid has ended. Mandela is free. Germany is united. So nothing, my friends, is impossible. You have to believe. In the first instance, it has to be in the head. You have to believe, and then you have to plan, and you have to be smart. And sé nach bhfuil sibse leider caithfidh a bheith glic. You're not strong, you have to be fly. So you have to strategize and work hard, and then the impossible can be achieved. There's no easy walk to freedom anywhere. I look around the people in this room, people, families of volunteers, of hunger strikers. It's evident there's no easy walk to freedom. But doing is the difference between dreaming and vision. Everything starts with a dream. And you can be a daydreamer and do nothing except daydream. Or you can have a vision. And doing it is what makes the difference. Bobby Sands, and I quote Bobby because he wrote, not because he was any different, he too was once first among equals. But he wrote in his cell about how we should think about struggle, about our mindsets, and about how this refusal to be intellectually colonized is the key to freedom and ultimately the key to victory. If they aren't able to destroy the desire for freedom, they won't break you. They won't break me, because the desire for freedom and the freedom of the Irish people is in my heart. Chucky la egan, nuair a bheith an fón saoirse seo le taispeant ag duine go leor na hern. In sin cheathimmuid Gerry na Galley. An sin cheathimmuid Gerry na Galley. Agus a cairde agus sin mo focail scór. Bhí cinse faoi sin. Bhí cinse faoi an lá éigean ag teacht nuair a cheathimmuid Gerry na Galley. Gur a míle mábhair.